welcome back to my channel. We are doing things a little bit differently today because I do have my baby here with me. I really wanted to film this video, but he literally would not go down unless he was on my body, so he's just gonna hang out with me today. And that's just how it is, because mom life. Anyway, so this video is going to be about, again, Chanel quality. I know that I've been talking a lot about this lately, but I posted a reel a couple of weeks ago now that I wanted to talk to you guys about more and to clarify a couple of things that I just briefly mentioned in that, 30-second video. I'm going to be going over all of the Chanel quality issues I've had over the years, and also I'm going to be telling you an update on what happened to my Chanel heart bag. So let us just get started with that. Alright, so let us start off with what actually happened to my heart bag. If you guys don't know anything about it, please go check out my video that I did a couple of weeks ago where I literally went through the whole story. I don't want to go over it now, but basically the strap had fallen off and I hadn't fixed it yet in that video, but I actually have finally fixed it, and I did fix it on my own with a little screwdriver. It was very easy. Annoying that I had to do that, but again, it was very easy to do myself. The reason why I ended up doing it myself was because when I had texted my SA at Chanel telling her what happened to the strap, she said that I could either bring it into Chanel here, which is the Chanel Neiman Marcus, and they could either fix it in store if it was an easy fix, or they could send it back to Chanel if it was a bigger issue, which, because I was able to screw it in myself, I'm sure it was just a very, easy fix. They could have done it in store for me, but I just don't have the time to go to the mall or really do anything right now, so I just decided to do it myself. Like I said, it was really annoying that I had to do it by myself, but it was also very easy. It literally was just like a tiny little screw. I made sure I tightened it really, really tight, and I also went and tightened the other side as well, so hopefully we don't have those problems anymore. But yes, it is fixed now. It's like brand new, even though I had to go through all of that. So yeah, I'm very thankful that it was an easy fix, but man, I'm so upset still that that happened to me. Again, if you want to know the full story, please go check it out. I will link the video down below. So after that happened to me, I was thinking about, all the Chanel bags that I have, and I have bought both brand new and used from Chanel before, so I do have a wide variety of experiences, but I will go over and elaborate and talk about all of the, different issues that I've had. So the first issue that I want to talk about is just regular wear and tear. I wasn't at first going to include this, but I thought it was worth mentioning because that's just a part of bag life. They are going to go through some wear and some tear if you do use them. So the most common wear and tear that I have on my bags is actually just corner wear. So it happens on caviar and lambskin bags, but obviously because lambskin is a little bit more delicate, it has happened more to my lambskin bags. So I will just show you up close. As you can see, there is just scuffing in the corners here and there. Now, I will say that although this does happen, it happens to, every bag if you use it, especially if it's in delicate leather. So I'm not saying anything bad about Chanel about this, because that's just what happens when you use your bags regularly. But I did want to mention that, if you do use your bag, you are going to get some regular wear and tear like this corner wear, which is completely normal. However, the other things that I'm going to show you in this video are not normal, and I will explain why. So here we have my Chanel Trendy CC. I believe that this bag is technically from 2016. I'm not actually sure. The dates kind of get mixed up in my head, especially because I bought this one used. So I've actually had it for maybe 2, maybe 3 years. The first thing that I noticed, and this actually already happened when I got my bag, but I don't think that, this happened because of carelessness from the old owner or anything. I just think that this is a flaw with this bag. So as you can see, there is this CC stitching on the top of the flap on the Trendy, and because this is lambskin leather, you can actually see the imprint of the CC here. I wouldn't consider that like normal wear and tear because like they designed this bag this way, and I just don't think that, you know, the design of the bag should really leave a flaw like that. I mean, let me know if you disagree, but I find that very annoying because no matter how much or how well you take care of your bag, even if you've never used it, you will still get that, you know, CC imprint. I guess technically if you did store your bag and like didn't really use it, and you stored it with like a felt, you know, thing on the top like it comes with, you know, that imprint might not happen. But if you're using your bag, you're obviously not going to use the felt. So I feel like that's just something that'll happen on its own, which is kind of annoying. But anyways, that's not even the biggest quality issue that I've had with this bag. The biggest quality issue is actually this. So as you can see right here, there is a little popped stitch. So I'm not actually sure when this happened. I just noticed it when I was going through all of my bags to create that reel to see if there were any problems with the other Chanel bags that I had. And yeah, I just noticed when I opened this that this stitch is popped. This side is perfectly fine. I do believe this is kind of like a common issue in some of their flat bags. But for the price that you're paying for these bags, I mean, I bought mine secondhand, so I didn't pay like as crazy of an amount as if you would have if you bought, you know, brand new, which I think now these bags cost maybe around $6,000. I will double check for you guys. I just don't think that pop stitching should be something that you need to worry about. I don't even use any of my Chanel bags that much. I'll just let you know right now because I do work a lot. I worked like, you know, 60-hour weeks sometimes, and I would only carry my Chanel bags on the weekends and things like that. So I am not abusing my bags, trust me, especially bags like this where I don't even put that much when I carry it. So I don't think I'm particularly abusing my bags that much for there to be an issue like that. But even if I was using my bag every day, it's still very annoying to get, you know, these sort of like pop stitching and things like that from such an expensive bag. Aside from the heart bag, this is probably the most annoying thing that's happened to any of my Chanel bags in my opinion. So I bought this Chanel Wall and Chain secondhand, and it is authentic. I get all my bags authenticated, by the way. I make sure to get them authenticated from Real Authentication, and a lot of the times the sellers that I buy from also get them authenticated on Entropy. I know a lot of people are accusing me that my bags are fake, but they're definitely not. So yes, I bought this one secondhand. This is from the 2019 collection, and this one, I was actually just using the zipper one day to, you know, put my stuff in, and then this happened where the zipper pull tab just fell off. Can you see that? So there was like a little thread stitch that was used to hold this together in place right here on the little metal ring. It must have come off because right when I pulled it, this whole thing just came off. I mean, I use this wallet on chain a lot, especially compared to that trendy CC that I just mentioned to you guys, but that sort of thing shouldn't happen. Like, why is a zipper pull tab coming off? Like, a zipper is obviously meant to be used. You're supposed to, you know, move it around and everything. So I feel like the zipper pull tab really should be stronger, especially like I've been saying throughout this whole video, with this bag costing that much. I mean, this Wall on Chain now is over $3,000. For a lot of the things like the pop stitch and the strap falling off, people have messaged me and said that, you know, that's happened to their bags as well. However, with this pull tab falling off, I actually haven't heard anybody mention that the same thing has happened to them. So please let me know if any of your bags have had this problem. What are you doing? He's probably like, Mom, what are you talking about? So yeah, those are just some of the issues that I've had with my Chanel bags that I've purchased, you know, within the last 5 years or so, or that have been made in the last 5 years or so. Now, I just want to quickly talk about, you know, the older bags that I have in my collection, like this one from 2004. This is a 9 series. I talk about this bag all the time, but I just want to point out that this bag is like, you know, 20 years old now, and it's so immaculate, and this is one of my most used bags. Like, everything is perfect about this bag except for, of course, the normal wear and tear. There is a little bit of corner wear, but that's just going to happen with, you know, any bag if you use it. But like everything from the hardware, from the stitching, from the fabric, from the leather, like everything is just so good. And even though I use this more than like my trendy CC, more than I used my heart bag that broke one time after I used it, it's still pretty much immaculate. So I think that the quality decline really is only on the bags that were produced, you know, within the last 5 years, maybe 7 years. If you guys have experience with older bags, please let me know what your experience is in the comment section down below, because all I have to go on is really like the older bags that I have from the 2004 era, and then the newer bags that I recently purchased. I don't really have anything from the years in between, like 2010-ish era, so let me know if you have any bags from that era and how they're holding up. I would really like to be able to pinpoint when the Chanel quality issues started happening, and I'm sure that would be useful for people who are watching this video as well. I quickly also did want to mention the couple of things that you can do if you are having issues with quality with any brand. The first thing that you can do is take the bag to the boutique, especially if you bought it straight from the boutique. They can usually send it in to get repairs for you, or even if you didn't buy it from them, a lot of the times they will, you know, help you repair it as well. Sorry. For instance, my mom bought a Louis Vuitton bag, I think, you know, 12 years ago, and she wanted to get the trimming replaced, and they said that or the vachetta replaced, and they said that they could do that even though she didn't buy the bag from that store and she didn't have the receipt or anything. So that is good to know. I don't know if Chanel in particular will do that, but it's worth a try for sure. However, if your local boutique or if the company will not take it back for you for some reason, I mean, a lot of places don't, you know, do repairs if it's just normal wear and tear. If it's something that you've done, I would suggest finding like a leather surgeon's or a bag repair shop here in America. The one that I've used the most is called Leather Surgeons, and they literally can restore any type of bag. I've actually had them restore a Chanel jumbo that I had that was discolored, and I've had them fix up my mom's Lady Dior that was literally, the leather was shredded and it came back really, really beautiful and, you know, almost in perfect condition. So I highly recommend Leather Surgeons if that is something you're looking for. If you are looking for a place to repair your bags that, you know, is not from the boutique. I just noticed that I'm doing this bouncing motion. This is totally a mom thing. I'm sorry if this annoys you. He's awake now, so that's just what I have to do. Anyways, yeah, so please go check out Leather Surgeons, or I know that around the world there are bag repair shops or leather repair shops. Just do some research online, on Instagram. I feel like I see these things pop up all the time. Just make sure that you read reviews and like find people that have actually used these services before, since it is kind of scary, you know, just shipping your bag off to wherever and not knowing if you're going to get it back. But I can personally vouch for Leather Surgeons. I have used them 2 to 3 times before myself. And yeah, alright, that is all I wanted to talk about. I hope that this video was helpful. I hope I was able to give you a little bit of useful information. Like I said, if you do have any problems or experiences that you'd like to share, please leave them in the comment section down below. Comment section is hugely helpful to a lot of people who watch these videos, so I really encourage you to share your experiences and share what happened and what you did and what the outcome was. Please also don't forget to check out my Instagram if you are not following me on there already. Like I said, this video was based off of a reel that I posted a while ago. There is a lot of handbag content on there, so please follow me if you haven't already. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope that you enjoyed seeing Killian here with me today. He was such a good boy. I'm glad he stayed pretty quiet during the whole video. But yeah, let me know if you have any more questions. I'll be happy to answer them. But other than that, I will see you next time. Bye!